Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahawah, But Yahawashi. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and salutation to elect Akim, the house of David, keeping his word in sincerity and truth. This is Romans chapter 10. I'm going to start at verse 19. But I say, did not Israel know? First Moses saith, I will provoke you to jealousy by them that are no people. Now, what does that mean? When you go back into the history, when we had walked with Moses, when our fathers had walked with Moses, disobedient people, sacrificing unto idols, very, very, very small amounts of faith. They witnessed all the doings that Yahawashi had done to deliver them out of the land of Egypt. They've witnessed the Red Sea being split. They've witnessed water gush out of a rock. They've witnessed manna coming down from heaven. They've witnessed all of that, all right? But soon as something minute or small hit them, they were very quick to lose faith and very quick to question Moses, all right? So when he says, I will provoke you to jealousy by them that are no people, that's a prophecy talking about us, okay? Because there was a point in time where we wasn't a people. There was a point in time when Yahawashi stopped dealing with us at all, period, okay? He stopped, we weren't a nation of people no more. We weren't a nation of people no more. He stopped dealing with us, man. And there's mass amounts of scriptures that go into that. And, I'm going to pull just a few accounts up as well, okay? But he says, I will provoke you to jealousy by them that are no people. And even when you go into the book of Acts, I can't remember the exact chapter and the exact verse, but that was taken account of when the apostles had went to our people and they denied them, and he said the blood's off our hands. We're gonna go to these people that want to call in the name of the Lord, okay? And now look, you see Israel waking up all over the world. We got a brother in Thailand that just woke up, brother in the Philistines kicking his word, brothers in Kenya, brothers in Ghana, so forth throughout the four corners of this earth that was prophesied throughout the scriptures. This is prophecy being unfolded before our eyes, okay? Again, it says, I will provoke you to jealousy by them that are no people, and by a foolish nation I will anger you. All right. And again, when you go into Acts, man, that definitely it went down. When Paul was speaking about this, you had Israelites that were scattered in Rome that were calling themselves Romans, and Jake got upset. Jake, the ones who were claimed to be in the know under the circumcision, got upset because they pretty much considered them not being the people at all. You know? They pretty much considered them being Gentiles. And that's where you get the Gentiles from that are able to be saved. And they got upset by that. Like the scriptures say, it provoked them to jealousy. All right? And by a foolish nation, I will anger you. But Isaiah is very bold and said, I was found of them that sought me not. What the hell was you doing before this truth? What was any of us doing, man? We weren't thinking about the scriptures. We weren't trying to read the scriptures. We weren't trying to have understanding of Yahawashi. We didn't even know who we were as a nation. We were calling ourselves Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, whatever nation that we're scattered at, we were calling ourselves that. All right? We didn't have no thought at all pertaining to these scriptures. And what did the Lord do? He literally grabbed us out of the trash can that we were in, washed us off, and set us on his right-hand side. Something that he didn't have to do, but something that he chose to do. It fulfilled prophecy. Okay? And it also shows his forever love and mercy that he had toward his people. All right? It says, but Isaiah is very bold and says, I was found of them that sought me not. I was made manifest unto them that asked not after me. We weren't seeking the Lord before this. We were seeking after the lust of our own belly. We were going after our own heart, following after all of that. And Yahawashi still grabbed us up from that slum we were in under that rock and cleaned us off and made us his. All right? And you got a lot of these guys that don't want to accept that. They still want to talk about the law, this, the law, that. If you want to go strictly according to the law, man, all Israel's gonna look like a shaft, a blade, man. It's not about that, man. This is about the spirit. And he made himself manifest to the ones who believe, the Israelites who believe that were scattered abroad. All right? Some might look like Wesley Snipes. Some might look like Bruce Lee. Some might look like Manny Pacquiao. Whatever it is, man, through the spirit, we still Jake. All right? And that's who he's revealing himself to. All right. I was made manifest unto them that ask not after me. But to Israel he saith, all day long I have stretched forth my hands unto a disobedient and gainsaying people. Look at the history. Look at the history of what all of our fathers did. What everybody went through, man. We got numerous examples in the Old Testament, Apocrypha, and the New Testament. This book is repetitive, and he keeps on having to tell us that our people are being disobedient. Look at the example in the wilderness. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull up a precept really quick. Something that just came to mind. I believe this is it. Yeah, this is it. This is Sirach chapter 46, verse 1. Yahawashi, which is talking about Joshua, the son of, it says Nab right here, but it's really, I believe it's Nun. Joshua, the son of Nun, was valiant in the wars and was the successor of Moses in prophecies, which shows you that this is Joshua it's talking about, who according to his name was made great for the saving of the elect of the Most High, in taking vengeance of the enemies that rose up against them, that he might set Israel in their inheritance. And that's what it went down. After Moses had died, Joshua was made his successor, and he had taken the remnant of Israel over to the promised land, all right, and destroyed our enemies in the process. Isn't that not spiritual of what's going on right now? How Yahawashi is going to deliver us up, all right, because our fathers didn't want to get it, so he rose us up to do this, to go over there, and he's going to destroy our enemies in the process, all right? That's what he's talking about, man. All right, because when you go into the election that he's talking about the sons of the ones that were disobedient, because for 40 years we walked through the wilderness and he had to kill off all the older generation. All right, because he made a promise saying only your sons will be able to see this land. Okay, that's a spiritual representation of what we're witnessing right now. These people that weren't called a people, us who didn't know who we were, we're calling ourselves Negroes, Spics, Native Americans. He's talking about us, all right? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 2. I'm going to start, let me see. Yeah, I'm going to start at verse 33. I, Ezra, received the charge of the Lord upon Mount Oreb, that I should go unto Israel. But when I came unto them, they set me at naught, and despise the commandments of the Lord. Even still, our people are doing this right now, 2/3. And a lot of these guys claim to know that they Israelites. You know, they despise the commandment of the Lord. They despise this book. They don't want to hear what Yahawashi has to say. We on the highways and byways, week in and week out, preaching the downfall of his kingdom and the establishment of a new kingdom established on earth through Yahawashi, and telling you that you are the Lord's chosen people, and you continue to want to walk past. You're doing the same exact thing your fathers did. All right. Verse 34 says, and therefore I say unto you, O ye heathen, which shows you he stopped dealing with us, man. He called us heathen in the scripture because we weren't his people anymore. And there's numerous prophecies that talk about how the Lord stopped dealing with us. When you go to Romans 9:26, when you go to Hosea, the 1st chapter, how he stopped being our God at a point in time. Ezekiel chapter 8 talks about how he turned his face away from us. He looked at us just like he looked at the heathen, which made us heathen. All right? That hear and understand. So he says, and therefore I say unto you, O ye heathen that hear and understand, look for your shepherd, and he shall give you everlasting rest. For he is nigh at hand, and shall come in the end of the world. And one way for us to look for our shepherd is to read this book, because we know our shepherd is Yahawashi, and he comes in the volume of the book. Like when you go to Isaiah chapter 29, verse 12. Salakia too, that's a good one, but actually Isaiah 28, verse 12. Salakia. It says, to whom he saith, the whom was the Most High. This is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest. And what's that? That's reading this book. When you go into the 10th verse where it says, for precept must be upon precept, or commandment must be upon commandment, that's what it means. That's all in this book. So when you jump 2 verses down, it says, to whom the Most High he saith, this is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest. And this is the refreshing, All right. And this is refreshing. When you read this, you're refreshed. And also it gave us a renewing of mind on who we were as a nation, who we were as a people aforetime. This brought us up into remembrance, as was spoken of in the book of Jude. All right. Yet they would not hear. And that's our own people. They don't want to hear this. 2/3 of our people don't want to hear this word. That's why, again, when you go to verse 34 in 2 Ezra chapter 2, it says, and therefore I say unto you, O ye heathen, that hear and understand, look for your shepherd. That's how we look for our shepherd. Like when it says, seek ye out the book of the Lord and read, that's how you look for your shepherd. Because again, he comes in the volume of the book, and he shall give you everlasting rest. Okay, so when you read these scriptures and receive rest off of that, ultimately we're going to receive our everlasting rest. For he is nigh at hand and shall come in the end of the world. And we know that that's where we're at right now. We're in the last hour at the end. We in the last few minutes. All right. It's a lot of prophecy being fulfilled. And the tabernacle of David is being resurrected. It's being risen up. Okay. This temple is being built stone by stone. And every stone represents every member of the elect. All right. Which shows we almost out of here, man. Again, Jake is waking up all over the world, man. This church is through this building process, and we almost done. The temple is almost constructed, the everlasting temple. All right, which leads me to this last scripture I'm going to go into, which is in 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation, which is the spirit when you go to Sirach 46:1, what I read earlier, where it talked about the elect of the Most High being under Yahawashi, which was Joshua, which was spiritual. That was that chosen generation that was able to make it to the promised land, just like right now. Because we know, again, this is all repetitive. All right, there's nothing new under the sun. It says, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation. Which also talks about that it's still the elect of Israel. All these people that look like these other nations that are Israelites preaching this word, man, this is Israel, man. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is Israel. We are a holy nation, a peculiar people. Like when you go to Deuteronomy, the 14th chapter, when you go into this word peculiar, that word there in the Greek.
Strong's G 1519. Ice.
Okay, so when you go into that word ice, hold on one sec. I'm trying to find the root for this. Let's see something. I went to the wrong one actually. Shalakin. Yeah, that was peculiar. That's all good. It's cool. Pretty much, it just goes into being a separate people, man. We're different than everybody else. The Most High had chosen Israel to be set apart from everybody else, and he's even choosing his elect out of Israel. Okay? And that's the elect. The election that's able to go into the promised land, the land that was promised to our fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and finally have our rest, where we're going to rule, Lord, when we those men under Yahawashi. All right. Again, it says, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness unto his marvelous light. But we walked in darkness, man. We didn't have this law in us. We didn't have these words in us. Again, that even goes into what we read in Romans the 10th chapter, where he talked about I called a people that weren't even looking for you, roughly paraphrasing. We didn't have these words in us. We were in darkness, and he brought us out of that darkness into this marvelous light. All right, which is the light of the Yahawashi, and that gave us light. So now we walking in light. Yahawashi gave us wisdom that caused our face to shine. Verse 10 says, which in time past were not a people, but are now the people of the Most High, which had not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy. Okay, and that goes into that prophecy being fulfilled of us not being a people. I'm just going to go to it. And I'm really going to end it off on this one. Shalaki. Hosea chapter 1 verse 9, and this is the prophecy. Then said the Most High, call his name Lo-Ami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your God. That's when the Most High stopped dealing with us. Okay? Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand in the sea, the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in that place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God. Okay? Now, just for these people that feel like that's talking about everybody. No, because Israel, we numbered as the sands in the sea. That's talking about Israel. We were scattered amongst all the nations. We're still scattered amongst all the nations. And the Lord's gathering us up right now, which is pursuing to the 11th verse, which says, then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together. It didn't say Esau. It didn't say Assyria. It didn't say Syria. It said the children of Judah and the children of Israel be brought together and appoint themselves one head. And that goes into the two kingdoms being brought together, because the southern and the northern kingdom split around the time of Rehoboam and Jeroboam. Okay? And now we're coming together as one head. And they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel. And that day is going to be great. We're departing from this land right now, spiritually, where it says arise and depart. That's what we're doing. We're putting ourselves separate from everybody else, being peculiar, as the book of 1 Peter stated. Okay? The tabernacle is almost done. All right? But again, I already brought this scripture out, but I want to, close it out on this in Romans 10 and 19, with 10 and 20. But Isaiah is very bold and saith, I was found of them that sought me not. Hey, we weren't doing nothing for this truth, and he still chose us out of many people, called us out of many people, man. We was doing we were doing some crazy stuff in the world before this truth. And the Lord still made manifest his name unto us, which is a beautiful thing, which is why we should keep on fighting. All right, whatever happens to us, we deserve it. All right, we deserve everything the Lord gives to us, man. The Lord, everything the Lord does to us, we deserve this, man. But we should still keep pushing. Lord willing. I want to end it off on that. Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to give all praise to Yahawah, But Esaias, Yahawashi. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to the elect. Shalom.